Also, big thanks and credits for the amazing intro goes to Minnie the Meanie, who will join us next time when we talk about Dumbsville.
If Part 3 LEGO Crusaders ends up being as terrible as Part 2 First Tendency, we'll see us again on the other side.
Yahoo!
Okay, so for those who didn't watch my 2 hours long video, which is perfectly fine by the way, and don't know what the fuck is going on, I'll do a short and sweet recap again. Okay, so like, Sonic93 did bad and made a video attacking Silver fans for not loving him as much as she does, and commentary started to appear, and mainly in the spotlight were the ones from Alduin Kajinka and Dumbsville. She responded to Alduin's video months ago in a 1-hour rant, and many people recognized the problems that laid within her response and her behavior while deflecting arguments or straight up refusing to take anything into consideration. She teased that she will do another video which will tackle Dumbsville, and after approximately 2 months, the day has finally come. After the backlash she received from many people, justifiably, it was honestly a surprise seeing this video suddenly popping up. It would have been way too easy for your Sonic fans to simply acknowledge your mistakes, right? Oh, but don't fret, that's why commentary channels like I exist. Okay, is everything good now? Can we start now? Yeah? Oh no, there's still one thing. I did some more digging and found out that the person who helped her in the first commentary and drew her the sprites also did a quote-unquote commentary on Alduin's video. The name of that individual is SuperSprite65. So I watched it, and guys, if you even thought Sonic93 was being nitpicky or petty in her video, you must see this. But we're not going to watch the entirety of his commentary, mainly because he is pretty much rehearsing the same stupid arguments like Sonic93, or is plainly making absolutely no sense. Oh, and if you're so eager to watch me defend Alduin in full, my previous video would be just that. But let's just try to listen to what he has to say without ending it all, alright? You're in for a ride. It's the ride of pain!
Hey everyone, this is Sprite here, back again with a video. Now this video is very different from my other videos because it talks about a topic that I am kind of related to. And that person is Sonic93. And this video, I find it very offensive, and I feel like I should talk about it.
Pointing out the obvious is now considered offensive? You know what, I'm not even surprised.
Or commentary, or put a commentary on it, basically. So basically this video is made by Alduin Kajinka, if I'm pronouncing that properly. This person is your typical edgy YouTuber that I don't really care for.
Your entire video is contradicting your statement.
Now, here's the thing about me. I don't like edgy YouTubers. I always have a bad reaction to them because they're just the most biased people in the planet, and they probably won't listen to this video.
What? Aren't you being biased since you are Sonic93's friend and make a video in her defense to support and defend her as a friend? Why do you even consider edgy YouTubers to being biased? I'm so confused.
If they do, then, well, I guess I was wrong about this one then. Now, before we start, I am not trying to make myself better than them. I am not trying to do that at all. If I mock them or if I make fun of them, it's because I don't really respect people like these people are.
Starting the video with I don't like edgy YouTubers before getting to the topic sends a different kind of wind to my direction.
I don't respect people that are legit edgy people that are biased and don't listen to people what they say. So yeah, let's continue. Let's go on with the video, shall we?
Why don't you
As you can see right here, she's literally making fun of Sonic93 here. Because this is what I see. I see her saying like, Oh, she's obsessed with Sonic. Not Sonic. She's obsessed with Silver. Ooh, I better post this because, hey, she likes Silver. She likes Silver. How funny is that, She's creepy. Blah, blah, blah. Who cares? She's a fan.
Oh no. Oh no, he did not. I just got one thing to say, and it's r/whoosh. This is probably one of the instances where you consider a fucking joke offensive, ain't it? Oh my god, an opening skit that mocks someone to entertain the audience. In all honesty, how did that fly over your head? Oh right, because when Sonic93 commented on this, she also only explained the joke. Disappointment, the game of life.
Just like you are with that character. I don't know his name. He's from an edgy game. I don't want to care to look. Ugh. But yeah. Just doing this really bothers me, especially as someone who supports this person.
Oh, Kui, it's gonna be fine. Not everyone has the mental capability to not be biased towards a friend and think on their own. Especially when a joke is being made that is just that goddamn offensive.
It bothers me because I feel like you're trying to get a reaction from her. I feel like you're trying to make her angry. That's what I see. It could be just me, but that's what I see. I see you're trying to get her attention and comment so that you can make more updates about Sonic93 and make more views. That's what I see in this.
I don't know through what kind of lenses you look at that terraforms this joke almost into a bomb threat, but go crazy, my dude.
Let's continue.
The feelings that you hide, she'll never know. You never.
Yep. Edgy background and edgy character. What a surprise. We're dealing with an edgy character person.
Is that seriously gonna be one of your points, you filthy furry? I know, says the one with the Sonic OC avatar. Psh, in case you guys didn't notice this, but this was a joke to show how fucking stupid hypocritical he is right now.
I'm sure most of the people who are involved.
Oh, and obnoxious music. How fun.
Oh. Oh no, he called Persona music obnoxious. Oh wait, I mean yeah, sure, calling relaxing and soothing jazz obnoxious is your opinion. I mean, if you already think this is obnoxious, you must really like dubstep. And if you really want to hear obnoxious music, here you go.
Involved in the DeviantArt community remember all the drama in the Sonic fandom a few years back? Notably the fiasco involving Akai Dahlia, right?
Delia, it's Delia. Akai Delia.
Man, you have world-changing things to say, don't you?
Behavior towards others.
Yeah, and you clearly don't do that. But I'll get to that later.
It was honestly much more refreshing than people screaming, "Your OC is rigged!" However,
I'm sorry, but that overly editing is not funny. It might be funny if the music is a lot more no music at all and it was a lot more simple. But you're overly editing a video where it's not funny. I'm sorry. I don't like videos like this. I don't take these videos seriously when they act this way.
I'm just going to show you all my Sir Halo plush for 10 seconds because that has as much as an impact as his argument.
That's my opinion.
over the last couple years since I discovered them, they seem to have been doing their own separate things. Amy-chan is in a healthy relationship with her boyfriend Gmod Spartan, while Sonic...
I wouldn't say that if I were you, because you don't know Amy-chan. Other than Sonic93 does. You don't know her. So don't say that you know who she is, and don't say that you think that she's in a healthy relationship. Because when I last checked, it seemed like that she seemed to comment a lot on the profile and seemed to always spam his profile. Like, seriously, there's like over 40 comments on his profile, and he barely comments on her profile. So yeah, I know I don't make any sense when I say that, but
You make absolutely no sense. You have the brain capacity of an ant. Judging by that logic, you also don't know if she's in a healthy relationship and can't tell Alden what to think. But Alden said that because, I don't know, on Amy's profile it states that they are together since 2014. People can very well conclude that they're in a healthy relationship. This is exactly what I said in my previous video. How is no one of you being self-aware at all? And about commenting on profile thing, yeah, I don't know about you, but it seems really suspicious when one party comments more than the other party's profile, and it's not the same on the other way around. Herder, maybe he expresses his love more in private, you geese. And thanks for not showing a screenshot. We don't have to believe anything you just said.
let's continue.
93 is doing something, alright.
Well, she's continuing the channel. That's what she's doing. She's not doing something. She's doing what she normally does, like make the channel go on. I mean, hey, wouldn't it be so sad if she just stopped with the channel? That would be sad, wouldn't it? And everyone would just like wonder, where's Sonic93 at? You know, like, don't say she's doing something, because she's doing something. She's continuing the channel. And plus, she literally made the channel, so it's her channel. And that's why she does. That's why she does. She continues the channel.
You just took almost 40 seconds to say she's continuing her channel, like, you must be really fun at parties. Okay, I'm kinda losing my patience here and we already covered this topic last video, so let's just get to the real issue. Sonic93's newest video.
Hello everyone, this is Sonic93 here with some more videos regarding the drama last year and the drama of the present, which I honestly think is even worse than the last one.
Last year it was about you screeching at unworthy fanboys because the love for Silver wasn't as big and great like yours, and now it's about you defending your video and giving your last 2 cents about the same topic. I can't possibly fathom how these two totally separate dramas are not related at all to each other. We are already off to a great start.
Anyways, before I go any further, let me just clarify one thing that people are extremely confused about and the things people have been keep asking me about on my Discord. That one being, why did you arrive this drama? I thought you learned your lesson from it, only to be shown that you haven't and going against the people who talked about you and seeing them as trolls/haters, when all they were trying to do is to help you. Well, to sum it up what I said in my Melody Sugar Plum video, after seeing what she did to other people by harassing them with her hateful opinion towards Silver, it inspired me to talk about the drama again to justify what I said in my original video. My main problem with Melody's points wasn't the fact that she wanted to criticize him or it was a different opinion from mine. The problem I had was that she sounded more hateful to him rather than a huge fan, just pointing out things she didn't like about him. Not to mention that she was incredibly unfair with the things she stated.
I think to me, and pretty much everyone, it was apparent that you did not like Melody's opinion about a fictional character and shamed her for not being supportive and lovey-dovey about a character like you are. It's nothing new that opinions tend to differ. Pretty much every person thinks differently, whether it might be more critical or more oblivious. As an example, for years I have been watching YouTubers who criticize movies on a daily basis, and fuck guys, I myself can't even watch a single movie I'm really passionate about without having a few things to criticize at least. But before I get to the talkative about why it shouldn't be an issue to Sonic93 how Melody voices her opinion about Silver, let's just imagine and say you and I are both Shadow fangirls, but one of us has a few things to criticize about him and the other shames the other fangirl because because they shall not have anything remotely to criticize about their perfect babu and have the need to correct their opinion and force their own agenda onto them. Doesn't matter because they are in the right, because their love for Shadow goes to infinity and beyond. Yeah, that just screams being a bitch-ass motherfucker and pissing on people's waifus. If you feel like you're superior only because you accept pretty much everything a character does, unlike other people like Melody, it is perfectly fine to mind your own damn business instead of calling them out for not standing said character as much as you do. And you know what? Maybe all of this wouldn't have happened if you weren't so defensive about your opinion and misregarding others like Melody's. Because come on, when someone screams, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" seriously, you can't seriously expect us to take that as an objective opinion. I couldn't give two shits about you trying to revive old drama. Go crazy, Chief. If you have something useful to say that makes sense, totally go for it. But not like this. Not like how you've handled it at this point. Your previous video was supposed to justify your behavior and destroy Alduin's commentary against you, but guess what? You self-destructed. Oh my god, guys, can you believe that the actual topic is gonna start after 4 minutes into a video? This is gonna be such a juicy nitpick for later, remember it!
And I have heard some people believe that she changed her mind about Silver because of me. Well, where is the proof of that statement? She herself has said that she started to hate Silver when she got to know his personality from the games. I don't see her saying anything about hating it because of me, and the comment is not too far after I made a remake video on her. And even if that was true, does that give her a reason to harass other people over it? Not only that, but just because the drama died out, that doesn't mean it got solved. Yes, while everyone were willing to move on from it after I apologized, I myself wasn't able to because I didn't have the voice to speak and defend myself or the support I needed back when it started. You can't just expect me to move on from it while I was the one whom got the most affected by it and no one was interested to hear my side of the story. After all, it is my drama, so I have every right to talk about it. And no one is obligated to pay attention to what I have to say or agree with what I'm doing. But there's no reason for anyone to tell me what to do and not to do just because you don't agree with my decisions. This is something I need to do in order to move on from what happened almost 2 years ago, and I won't stop until I finished what I started.
You make it sound so darn dramatic, Jesus. You had all the time in the world, approximately almost a year or even more than that, and you didn't defend yourself. I can't imagine at all that waiting such a long time and reviving it later on made things only worse. And wait. Complaining about how someone views a character and getting called out on it doesn't freaking mean that you immediately get deported to Shadooch Island. You could have very well said at least something to defend yourself when it was irrelevant, but you didn't, and now suddenly you can say whatever you want and it's no one's business because you need this to move on. That is just comedic. There is visibly no sign of improvement. Seems like the backlash on your response to Alduin made things only worse on your side and only deepened your view of being in the right and everyone being unreasonable to you. I also have to add that your first big commentary against Melody wasn't that bad as this and Alduin's. Believe me, it's still not good, would rate it a 2 out of 10. Since like half of it is just you and your friends repeating what you said in your very first video. But alright, you did add some new things and what Melody was up to, and how her behavior changed to the worse. If you really need to show how you, in your 20s, handle things better than a child, cool, do it, if that rebuilds your ego. But it still doesn't change the fact that you handled all of this pretty ridiculously. And no shit that some people just see you as a crazy fangirl. Kinda shows how you didn't learn from it and that your apology was just made so that people don't bother you. Huh, I never seen it like that. But damn, you really had to enlighten us with that Alduin commentary, didn't ya? Real cheeky of you. But yes, you have the right to make videos on whatever you want. So do we by correcting you.
And as I have understood, people are concerned that my recent videos are going to quote-unquote ruin my career and reputation, and I'm just digging my own grave. Well, you see, I don't really care about the popularity and the fame, nor am I making any money out of my videos. My videos are just for fun and laughs. Nothing to do with fame and reputation.
Fun and laughs and nothing to do with a reputation. God, that comes perfectly into play soon. But alright, if you want to be seen as a malicious hypocrite who is oblivious to her own mistakes and problems, go for it. It's just a matter of time until people get tired of you and can't take you serious anymore, or the topics you talk about. Oh boy, I can't wait for her next 7-hour-long video talking about Sonic06 and how Silver perfectly fits into the universe while having him as background footage and gushing over him like a maniac.
Get it?
And besides, before the drama started, I literally thought I was one of those YouTubers that shined for a while but then died out and got forgotten. And yes, even with the over 10k subs, I still didn't consider myself as popular, given with the attention I get in each of my videos in comparison to other YouTubers. Not to mention that I didn't even know I had a reputation to keep. So I don't like how people are saying these things like I'm aware of all this, yet abusing its power or something. Not only that, but I'm mainly liked and known for a few rant videos regarding 2 people I made years ago. And I'm apparently a huge inspiration for others because of it.
To be fair, I too think that you really just didn't know what kind of power you had, but judging at how many views your rants get and all your other videos in comparison, that should be telling enough on how much attraction you will get. And like, the commentary community, not the big one, rather the one regarding your fandoms, art and DeviantArt, is a small community. Our biggest member has like 200k or a bit more, compared to any other community. And at the time, you were one of the channels that were infamous. It's really just looking at your uploads and comparing the view count, so you might want to be more careful next time. I perfectly know for myself that most people who subscribe to me are here for commentaries, and I'll try my best to keep my mind focused on that. It's the utterly sad reality, but people like drama, and boy, here we are, and I would lie if I said it isn't enjoyable for me.
Other than that, people don't really find me that interesting. And I'm not saying it out of pity or craving for attention, but I just legit don't understand why people are treating me like I mean a lot to them, and yet they don't want to hear what I have to say and automatically think I'm a crazy person just because your favorite YouTuber said so.
I, in fact, came to my own conclusion that your videos and arguments had a lot of glaring issues. Which, granted, isn't hard. And gosh, Sonic93, you did mean a lot to some people, and you were an inspiration. But after your not-so-elegant fall into whatever's happening right now, many people are done with you, understandably. Your behavior proves that you changed for the worse, and that you don't have any ounce of interest in understanding what you did wrong. Fucking hell, you were an inspiration for Dumbsville and I! But I realized years ago that maybe your rants on Akai and Yoshi weren't the best. But yeah, young and stupid impressionable children tend to follow what said popular YouTuber says about, not safe for workout. Oh no, how dirty it is. Yeah, maybe not safe for workout is intended for adults. Funny how I once really liked these commentaries, but after revisiting them some time ago as background noise, I realized how much of your guys' commentaries sucked. But you didn't change for the better and now are gatekeeping the fuck out of a fictional character. Kinda ironic when you demanded Akai to change your fictional character because you don't think red is a creative color.
And the fact that the negative attention I received from my Aldo Gijinka commentary video doesn't matter to me because the videos are in no intent to entertain anyone. This is just a way for me to vent and talk about my thoughts about each videos made on me.
My videos are just for fun and laughs, nothing to do with fame or reputation. So what is it now? You wanting to explain yourself for your image and not wanting to entertain anyone? Or are you doing all of this for fun and laughs without caring about your reputation? Please let us choose one side and not always fluctuate to the side that benefits us for the time being.
And this just shows of how people are not attentive in what I'm saying or easily misinterpret it as something else. Which is why I keep getting the same criticisms that really doesn't say anything what I said in my videos or speak for my actions.
Hey, you and your friend SuperSprite65 aren't that attentive and easily misinterpreted all the wins in other YouTubers' commentaries. Maybe try to actually listen next time without having earwax made of Silver's fur stuck in your ears. And maybe, just maybe, receiving the same critiques over and over again means that it becomes a much more bigger problem for everyone and they want you to be aware of that and hopefully you fix it. Of course, responding to every single thing that people have issues with regarding you would take a long ass time, so I would advise you to tackle the arguments people said the most. It's perfectly fine not being able to see your own flaws or having difficulties improving them and doing better. But it seems like that you have lots of yes-mens behind you who believe in anything you do. When looking back at the 1 hour long melody commentary, Yeah, they would with pleasure wipe your ass clean. Wouldn't it seem like a redemption that everyone would love to see? For you to stop being such a moron and still being under the impression that you did nothing wrong? I seriously doubt that everyone wants to see you so stressed out about this. I certainly don't.
Not only that, but a lot of other people are not even my audience and just arrived because it's a convenient event of, oh my god, Sonic93 is doing something horrible! The one whom is famous for her Kai and Yoshi rants had become the one she ranted about!
Akai and Yoshi also never were a part of your audience, and yet... Oh my god, Akai and Yoshi are doing something horrible! The ones that had never anything to do with you until you blasted yourself into them! And hey, you mentioned you are allowed to make videos on whatever the hell you desire to, so let us do the same and point out the stupidity and flaws in your arguments, okay? People wouldn't even be that upset about you in the first place if you wouldn't have acted like that.
Now, with all of that out of the way, let's talk about the second video that did not make my situation any easier from the drama. The one and only, none other than Dumbsville. I will say this right here, right now. This video is not to harass him, make him look bad, make lies about him, or me throwing out everything he was trying to do for me after I apologized. This is just me basically saying my thoughts and opinions of his video on me, and the things I felt like he was saying that was very off.
Oh, also, keep the number 5 in your mind.
Besides, how can everyone feel entitled to make many videos of me for the sake of criticism, but I can't do the same thing in return? How is that fair?
Alright, so you still think your commentary on Alduin was that magnificent? Then let me list all of the quote-unquote criticism you gave that don't make any sense. Accusing her for starting the drama, sampling her commentary to be a troll video, constantly complaining on how offensive her jokes are, fucking saying that she bullies and harasses you, and having the audacity to use your Akai and Yoshi rants as perfect depictions on constructive criticism, saying she sounds like a child, but then you continue to argue like a 3-year-old. Saying Alduin's behavior is hypocritical, since she also does self-shipping, even though Sonic93 is on a completely different level. Stating that it's not normal liking evil characters. Implying that Alduin thinks single people are losers. Claiming she lacks evidences, as she says. Shall I continue or can I pull the trigger?
Like, it doesn't matter how well liked a person is. It doesn't mean they can't be criticized. Like everyone else, the famous person is still a human being and can and will make mistakes. And that is what I felt Dumbsville did to me. He may have good intentions with his video on me, but the way he handled the situation after Alduin's video came out, and how he always told me that I had his support after I apologized, he honestly let me down a lot as a YouTuber, and I can't help but feel disappointed in him.
You know, maybe his change of heart was for the better after he realized that one of his inspirations decided it would be a good idea to start shit again after apologizing. But he did give you a chance, and after you apologized, he livestreamed his reaction to your apology, and he felt so sorry seeing one of his inspirations cornered like that. But you guys even collabed after that and everything, and everyone moved on. But you still live in the past.
And before I will go in details of why I think that, I really need to address something I've noticed. The whole situation with Dumbsville really takes me back the time where Kai had a lot of fan brats before me and Amy ranted on her. Basically, if you're pointing out something you feel someone popular does wrong, you're immediately wrong and gonna get attacked for it despite you just calling out on their bullshit. Not to mention that we were trying as much as we could clarify that we never hated Akai and just wanted her to improve her attitude and give her criticism on her behavior and her artwork. And I am not saying that it's the exact same situation with Dumbsville, but I legit don't understand what the big deal is for me doing something that everyone else is doing. Just saying my thoughts and opinions.
Don't you recognize yourself in that? At least Akai fanboys had legit points to say at how it shouldn't be your problem with whom she ships herself and how she depicts it. What did your great white knight in simp SuperSprite65 had to say? Obnoxious music, edgy character, editing. Thank you for your input, but please refrain from doing commentaries in the future. I'm not saying that you didn't want to help Akai. There definitely was an attempt. It's just that you're beating a dead horse, and I think Akai also is way over this, judging by the comments she left on your video.
So, You might wonder now why I feel disappointed in Dumbsville. Well, mainly because of how he handles different situations and him as a YouTuber himself. And just to clarify one thing, everything Dumbsville feels about this whole drama, I can't understand that, and he's entitled to feel whatever he feels. My issue, however, about it is that Dumbsville is too caught up with what he feels and has no interest in hearing me out, like in our Discord conversation or the call we've had back in December. I can understand that he's confused and shocked, but at the same time, as I said in our Discord conversation, I don't understand why he's so surprised when I have already established it in my Mellow Sugar Plum video, where I have stated like maybe 3 times that I was gonna make a video on him, including the other ones.
Yeah, about these DMs. We actually got the entire log since Dums showed them in the Let's Talk About Sonic93 video. She said that Dums is way too caught in on what he feels and has no interest in hearing her out. But is he really though? Let's find out.
Can we talk for a minute?
Okay, what's up?
So, I heard you were going to make a video on me.
Yeah, I said both in the Melody video and Alduin's commentary that I'm gonna re-upload soon. Why sounding so surprised?
I guess I didn't get to that part in the Melody video. Huh. Well, I mean, how is the video going to play out?
I don't know, I haven't started it yet.
Doesn't it seem a bit, I don't know, wrong that you're covering my video now? Cause that video was made before I had proper context on the whole situation.
That's the thing. Why making a video if you didn't have the whole thing? And how was I supposed to defend myself when I had no one by my side?
You're missing the point. Before I made the video, I didn't know you personally. I couldn't have gotten a proper perspective from you because there was no possible way that I could have contacted you, nor would have felt comfortable contacting you otherwise. I had what I thought was the whole thing at the time, and didn't know that you had a different side to the story.
That's no excuse. You can't make a video based on someone else's lack of information. So, you would feel uncomfortable talking to me personally if zero reason to copy-paste Alduin's?
I didn't make a video based on someone else's lack of information. From my perspective, there was zero lack of information on my side. Furthermore, the only thing copy-pasted from Alduin's argument was her video in my initial video on you. And it kinda hurts me that I've been trying to fix any damage I caused since that initial video, only for it to stumble back into something worse. I thought I was trying to help you by making a video on how you changed and collaborating with you on the John Gray video. It's kinda weird how I was able to give you a second chance and yet we're still at square one.
Your video was a copy-pasted video from Alduin. The thing is, Dums, you say that you couldn't contact me, but did you even try to? You even said in the video that I commented at one of your videos and you could have made a response from there and tried to talk to me privately. Or on YouTube Messengers before they removed it. Alduin's video was lacking a lot of information, that everything was based from a video and nothing else.
I did not copy-paste Alduin's video. If anything, I literally said in the video that I wasn't going to go over everything because it was in Alduin's video. The reason I used her video was because I didn't have your original video. I even asked Alduin for the original and she didn't have it. Also, here's why I didn't contact you privately. 1. YouTube Messenger was already obsolete by the time you commented on my videos. It's a feature that I didn't even know existed until they removed it. 2. YouTube comments are not a genuine way to contact someone. 3. The entire point of the video was to get you to change, since I knew no other way to contact you privately. Also, Sonic93, you aren't getting it. When I made the video on you, how could I have possibly known that Alduin's video lacked a lot of information? Because at the time, the only information I had was her video.
Yes, I know that Aldwin is supposedly the source of the drama.
She's not the source. She's the only information I had, but she's not the source.
Yes, she is! Everyone literally took the source of the drama from her, and it just kept spreading around.
That doesn't make her the source. That's not what source means. The original source came from your original video, which I tried to find, but couldn't.
Yeah, and she had a few pieces of it. That makes her the source of the drama. And in your video, you made it extremely clear that the only content you care from me are my rants. You couldn't care any less about my other content. And I'm not saying that you have to.
That wasn't the point. You completely missed the point of my video.
But the way you worded it, all you want to see from me are my rants.
Yes, that was a portion of my video. That was a part of my video. But that wasn't the point of the video.
Dude, your video was like 15 minutes of filler of explaining the backstory on how I became popular. What was the point of saying that? I don't understand.
Yes, because believe it or not everybody knows who you are.
Are you trying to make me more rants or something?
I mean, yeah, that's kind of what you were known for, and lots of us wanted more content, but that was also, once again, not the point of the video.
All you did was just making me look worse. I know you were trying to help me, but you didn't.
So, me making a resurrection of Sonic93 video, inviting you onto the John Gray video, inviting you onto my podcast, etc., meant nothing to you? I didn't have to do all that for you, but I looked up to you enough to give you a second chance.
You didn't even acknowledge of that I was wrongly accused.
Because I didn't think that you were wrongly accused.
All you can say is that you're trying to guilt trip me? Well, what about now? I proved myself innocent and you're not acknowledging it.
I'm not trying to guilt trip you. This is genuinely how I feel. I commented on my video. What more do you want me to do?
You didn't say anything about the video. Again, you weren't acknowledging anything I said from it.
I was trying to be supportive.
If you know that I'm trying to prove myself innocent, why can't you just deal with that I wanna cover up your video?
I thought you already proved yourself to be innocent, or at least redeemed yourself from it. It seems like to me you still hold a grudge against me, even though I've been trying to help you since then. This video will only bring more drama between us. Actually, no, it already has, and it's going to get worse if it's released.
Look who's talking. The one who made things worse for me because you wanted to help me. Do you realize you ruined my reputation by uploading your video? Why can't I make a video on you if you have done a video on me? I'm not saying that you didn't want to help me, but you don't understand what you put me through.
Look, if I put you through anything, I'm sorry, but we are in a dire situation here.
And yes, you have been supportive at times, but the fact you're not acknowledging what I'm saying or doing is something else. What does that mean? Why are you afraid that I'm gonna make a video on you?
Because I feel like everything I've tried to help you with has been for nothing. Saying shit like, look who's talking, the one who made things worse for me because you wanted to help me, doesn't help heal things either. This is 10-month-old drama that I thought we buried a long time ago. I was tired of dealing with it then, and I'm tired of dealing with it now.
It is not fair for you to say that. You have no right to say that. You weren't the one being wrongly accused. You weren't one losing your best friend out at it. You weren't the one having 4 videos spreading lies about you. What you're saying to me right now is purely out of disrespect, and honestly, it feels like you're entirely close-minded.
I'm genuinely trying to make peace here, but I can't do that when we're both in this cycle. I've said sorry, and I'll say it again that I'm sorry about Amy-chan and the videos made on you. But I can't really say that when I know the very next thing you'll reply to me is that I'm not really sorry, or I don't mean it, or that I did something wrong. I did not mean to spread lies about you. I did not make my video with the intent to spread lies about you. I've tried to say sorry before for things I didn't even want or intend to do, but you know what? It's great to know that it didn't work anyway.
You really think saying sorry is just gonna make things automatically go away? Right now, you are literally excusifying everything you did and what happened. And you had the fucking nerve to say this. This is 10-month-old drama. I thought we buried a long time ago. I was tired of dealing with it 10 months ago, and I'm tired of dealing with it now. You made the video on me around 4 months later after all ruined did. You can't say you don't want to be involved in something when you already were in the first place.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing this anymore. I came here to have a discussion about our sides, and look at what we're fucking doing now. Fighting like 2 children on the playground. I'm sorry, but I'm ending this conversation. There's no way I can defend myself at this point. Goodbye.
Isn't it sad that a friendship ended because Sonic93 was way too caught in on what she felt and had no interest in hearing Dums out? Lego Jesus tried his best being supportive and apologized for his wrongdoings, even though he knows that these videos made about you aren't spreading lies. You have constantly shunned him down for uploading his video and blame him that he has ruined your reputation. Oh, so now you do care about your reputation. Then stop acting like a child and learn from your mistakes. On several occasions he apologized, but you are so close-minded and say that a simple sorry ain't gonna do it. You make it almost sound like he assaulted you or some shit. And I can understand Dums 100%. I too would feel so fucking betrayed if someone I supported and helped out when they were supposedly at their lowest decided to betray the trust and their sincerity to fuck everything up and scream psych just so they can justify themselves about something they can't even move on about. It's your own fault that Amy-chan doesn't want to be associated with a maniac like you. It's your own fault for acting like a dick in your original video and then having the commentary community up in your ass. It's your own fault for reviving this old drama and making yourself look like the entire circus, and it's definitely not Dum's fault that you are far too much in your world living a happy life with Silver and don't even realize that you are hurting and inflicting the pain all by yourself.
And before you might say, oh well, maybe they didn't watch the whole video to get to that part, or they didn't watch it at all. That would have been fine if he didn't comment on it and said he liked the video. I honestly think it's really stupid and misleading to give a comment to something you haven't even seen the whole thing of. It was literally around 7 minutes in when I mentioned the first time I was going to cover up his video on me. And according to him, he said he was trying to be supportive. I don't see how you're being supportive when you comment on something you haven't even seen the whole thing of. Once again, I find that very stupid and misleading.
Okay, first off, show the entirety of the conversation. Second, I have to agree, it would have been way more clever for Dums watching the entirety of the video. But at the time, you guys were friends or at least acquaintances. And just like he said, he did it in order to support you. Granted, it's not the best move, but he believed that you redeemed yourself, and yeah, that wasn't the smartest decision, alright, I'll give you that. Dang, I also have a few acquaintances on YouTube where I don't watch the entirety of their videos, sometimes. But sometimes I still want to say something positive, and yeah, maybe him not saying anything related to the video could conclude to the fact that he didn't watch the entirety of it. Shit guys, I don't even want to believe that Fagos watched the entirety of my 2 hours commentary against Sonic93's commentary, when he only says my accent is cute, which isn't true!
And a quick question. Shouldn't you find it suspicious that someone you quote-unquote called out on is talking about the same topic you covered up already, claiming I was doing something wrong? I find that being quote-unquote supportive of that very inconsistent and illogical, especially when you go against me because I want to talk about your video.
You're missing the point. The reason why Dums didn't want you to cover his video is most likely because he saw the amount of backlash you got for your previous commentaries. Because you acted like the biggest clown ever. He literally said that here in the DMs that if you would cover the video, you both get fucked. He was trying to avoid the worst case scenario of you being a moron and constantly wanted you to improve. And he even collabed with you and named the video Resurrection of Sonic93. He was trying his best to make peace with you, but look what you made me do.
As I understood, the reason he feels what he feels is because he thought we were close friends, and I basically quote-unquote haven't moved on from the drama, and I was planning to do this all along and backstabbed him. Which he kinda is right about me wasn't able to move on from the drama, and that is why these videos are made to begin with. That way I can give myself a closure and move on from what happened almost 2 years ago when the first drama started. And I never quote-unquote planned to do this all along throughout the time we were talking. I can literally explain everything to him if he actually wanted to hear me out, but like I said, he's too caught up with his own emotions.
Yes, you can move on about something you started 2 years ago. And we're the one being a bigot about it, yet everyone else who was involved with you already moved on. And now you made even things worse on your behalf. And what the fuck do you mean he's caught up with his emotions? Are you talking about him or yourself? When reading the DMs, I can clearly see which party was being more emotional, and it definitely wasn't him. You're blaming him for ruining your reputation, and that saying sorry isn't enough. How is he in any means responsible for your own downfall? He didn't spread lies about you. It's been such a long time, and yet you still think everyone is just lying about you. I am so done.
And about us being quote-unquote close friends, as everyone keeps saying, we weren't. We weren't as close friends as it seemed like. Once again, I'm not taking anything away he was trying to do for me, but I don't see how he thought we were so close when we barely talked. I mean, yeah, he's busy with college and stuff, I get it. But when we did, I didn't feel like we got to know each other as individuals outside of our YouTube usernames. I always keep hearing that Dumsville's behavior on YouTube is just a persona and he's different in person. But I have talked to him a few times and I sincerely don't sense any differences. The impression he has given to me is that, is he genuine and caring, or is he an arrogant douchebag?
To that, I can honestly agree. Sometimes it seems a bit exaggerated on how close YouTubers might be, but in reality they don't really talk about anything else than YouTube. And I do sometimes talk to Dums, and we don't have long and that's deep conversations. But that's totally on my end, because I'm an awkward person. But from what I can read, he's a funny guy and very kind, and I'm really grateful about that. Like, just look at our most recent conversation. It's literally me sending him a video of a circumcision. But alright, to be completely fair, Dums made it known that he idolized you for a long time, and that could have resulted into him feeling more comfortable and close since he knew you from a long time. Ah yes, I think I have to mention something before someone is being stupid. Later I will say that it could be uncomfortable for him talking to Sonic93. Yes, that is because he didn't knew her that much, and starting the conversation about drama could be fear-inducing on his end since she was his idol. Here, on the other hand, they also known each other somewhat and maybe are friends. And there shouldn't be too many complications regarding on how to talk to an idol, since at that point both knew each other to a degree. And he also wanted you to change for the better and move on from this garbage, and he genuinely wanted to help you. Of course, since I don't have access to every snippet of your guys' conversations, I can't be 100% sure on how close you guys were. But it was perfectly visible for most people to see that you meant a lot to Dums. And you just simply being such a dick about it after everything he has done to you speaks a lot of volumes.
And I'm not saying that's the truth about him, but that's just the impression he has given me. With other words, Dumsville confuses me so much about what kind of person he is. I honestly can't read him. And there is one thing that truly bothers me the most that I've heard so many times of is this, Dumsville cared about you and he looked up to you. Okay, I'm not gonna say he doesn't, but here's my few questions about that statement. If Dumsville truly cared about me, why didn't he try to reach to me when the drama occurred the first time? Why doesn't he show any interest in what's going on my side? Why did he make a video whining to his fans about the conversation between us? Why couldn't he want to talk to me again after he calmed down from the news of me gonna make this video? You know, since he was the one who cut ties with me. How is making the Let's Talk About Sonic93 video gonna solve anything? Why is he so quick to believe that I want to hurt his feelings when I had told him in the call that this isn't about him, this is about me when it comes to this video?
I gotta stay sane. I can do this. Okay. First point. Why didn't Dumsville reach out to me when the drama occurred? First, this. And I can imagine that it could have taken a lot of self-confidence to contact this idol to talk about a video he's making against them, or genuinely trying to reach out to the idol. Guys, I'm genuinely an anxious person, and I've shaken so much seeing how much traction my other Sonic93 commentary got, and how many commentary channels endured the first 2 to 3 minutes because of my shitty drawings. I can't possibly imagine what kind of emotions Dums would feel when having the thought of making a commentary against an idol because they're extremely fucked up, but you don't want to be seen as an enemy. Second, why doesn't he show any interest on my side? There's nothing more that you need to show from his side that he doesn't know. He was well aware of the information that was given and he came pretty quickly to the conclusion that yes, you are in the wrong and everyone is saying the truth. Also, he helped you get out of this and improve yourself for a short period of time. But look where we ended up now. Third, why did he make a video writing to his fans about the conversation between us? Well, Sonic93, you are allowed to talk about whatever you want, don't you? Doesn't matter if it makes you look even more horrible, right? Then why can't he do the same? It's probably also to make his audience aware that you guys aren't on good terms anymore. Since you were in one of his videos. Like, that makes sense to me. And also because he has seen you as an inspiration but has now been misregarded as an emotional chunk of Legos by you. Oh, also, you said in DMs that it ain't fair for him to say this drama is over because you have been wrongly accused and he just spread misinformation. Got him. Fourth, why couldn't he talk to me again after the news that I'll make a video on him? He already mentioned in a discussion that it felt like that you have a grudge on him. And it also didn't help that both of you didn't resolve this and were sticking to each other's sides of the story. But he continued to apologize, but you weren't having it and had to guilt trip him and he eventually had enough of your BS. But nah, these are just lies and I lack information, isn't it? Fifth, why is he so quick to think that I want to hurt his feelings and I even told him in a call that this wasn't about him, it was about me when it comes to his video. Again, the fact that he thinks that you hold a grudge against him says enough and you being one of his idols doesn't help either. Release me of my endless misery.
This is what I mean when I say I feel disappointed in him. He doesn't handle these kind of situations very well, and he comes off as extremely defensive and incredibly sensitive.
I'm kinda speechless on how stupid one individual can get. This isn't even fun and games anymore. I don't even know if you have been high while making this video or something, but in your fucking head, everything seems to be upside down. You have been throughout your videos regarding this and the DMs acted like you did nothing wrong. How in God's name are you still not aware of the fact that you're actually looking into the mirror seeing yourself? Tell me who has been emotional and defensive and can't let this shit go that had happened 2 years ago and needs closure and proclaims herself to be slandered and misunderstood? How did you get from mediocre to outright terrible and unbearable? I want my fucking money back. Oh, and guys, can you still believe that all of this happened because this woman keeps on preying on Silver the fucking hedgehog? This maple bitch-ass motherfucker? I have imagined death so much it feels like a memory.
I can't understand if Dums is a sensitive person, but you can't be a YouTuber, have 40k plus subs, and then not expect something like this to happen. You're not gonna always be liked for everything you do just because you get endless or at least constant praise. Once again, I get flashbacks of when Akai was having a similar attitude with her fame. So, now that I said my short piece perspective of the whole Dumsville situation, let's talk about his video. I will say that his video was much more bearable to watch than Alduin's. With her video, I barely survived without her lame, offensive jokes and that awful attitude.
Still way more endurable and preferable than your video. Oh no, did I just say that out loud? Well, it was on purpose.
And I don't have much to say about his video since he doesn't really go in details of my original Melody video, since he did claim he couldn't find the actual video to make his own judgment and basically had only Alduin's video to go for. He mainly just talks about how me and Amy became popular and he wants us to make more rants, which I can understand that because he probably felt us making rant videos was our audience and my quote-unquote downfall. So what I'm gonna do is just say one subjective opinion and two things that really bothered me the most of what he said. So let's start with the subjective opinion, and that is Dumsville's excessive intro. I know that's Dumsville's thing to use a lot of clips and memes to describe his emotions during something he says. For me, for example, he feels disappointed or he feels sad. I get it. I don't see anything wrong with that. Sometimes I do the same thing with my videos, but they're just short clips. My problem is It goes on for way too long. It took him 2 minutes and 31 seconds to finally start talking about the topic.
Guys, do you remember when I said keep the number 5 in your head? Okay, good. Now, let us see what I have to uncover for you all. So, okay, Dumpsville took 2 minutes and 31 seconds to get into the topic. Wait, his video is almost 33 minutes long. Got that? Okay, good. Now, Sonic93's video right here is almost 19 minutes long, but at the beginning of the video she didn't talk about Dumpsville at all. And took 5 minutes of talking about something else. Why the fuck am I not surprised, you stupid hypocrite? And guys, I wouldn't point out such a nitpick, but when she's allowed to do it, I'll do the same to her.
Honestly, to me, something that goes on for too long without getting to the point is making me lose interest or just wondering when the informative stuff is coming up.
Bite me!
So, after a long intro, he goes on about how sad he is and how he didn't want to make the video. That, right there, is pissing me off. Because he literally didn't need to make his video on me. He could have just talked to me, or at the very least, trying to reach me out. And what is his reasons for not trying to reach me? He couldn't find a way to do that, and he wouldn't be comfortable to talk to me. I'll get more on that, how that is complete BS, later on his video.
Did you ever talk to Valak or Melody before making your first video about this? Oh, Akai and Yoshi? I guessed so. You're so fucking disgusting for vilifying dumb for everything, yet here you are oblivious to fucking everything. I love double standards.
Okay, Dumpsville. You did say I was one of your favorite Sonic YouTubers, right? Mainly because of my rants, obviously. So, do you remember in my Kai Delia rant series, I was actually trying to talk to her about her attitude and her hate for Amy Rose before I made the series on her? I didn't give two shits of how popular she was. I saw what I felt she did was wrong, and I wanted to confront her about it. And when she didn't cooperate, then I made the rant series. If you did try to reach to me and then didn't succeed, then I would have found your video on me more reasonable to be made.
Oh, you do realize that DeviantArt and YouTube are two separate platforms? I doubt that Akai had lots of notes and comments on a daily basis. Yeah, compare that to an average YouTube comment section. Doesn't sound that sweet anymore, does it? And you don't even have any social media linked at that time. That makes it even more complicated to contact you. At least you have Discord now, but it would have been more useful if you had other means for people to contact you. So don't even get me started on this absolute joke.
Now, going back to why I feel him saying he couldn't find a way to contact me or he would be uncomfortable to talk to me is complete BS. These two clips I'm going to show you right now is saying to me the opposite of him couldn't find at least one way to contact me and the other one of the whole, I wouldn't be uncomfortable talking to you.
This woman inspired you. This was your senpai. This is your senpai. Remember when Sonic93 commented on your video, your True Love Part 2 video? That was an epic Fortnite win. For real, that was like a moment where I was freaking out. That was one of the happiest moments for me. Seeing a YouTuber you look up to comment on your video. This is a person who has inspired me. This is a person who I look up to, for real. I would often dream of collaborating with this person. No joke, I'm serious right now. I've talked to her in the comments before. She's a genuinely cool person. She's super sweet and super nice. Sonic93, if you're watching this, I'd be down to collab.
Alright, Dumpsville, I need to ask you this, because this doesn't add up at all. You said in our Discord conversation that you couldn't find a way to contact me and you wouldn't be comfortable to talk to me. But you literally could respond to that comment I made of your True Love 94 video and just say something like, hey Sonic93, I've heard some drama going on with you, and is it alright if we talk about this? I've been hearing some things about it and I want to help you. That's what Nani did. She may have made a video on me, but the reason I was comfortable to talk to her was because she legit offered to help me, and I would have went for it if I wasn't encouraged. Also, you never clarified on why you would be uncomfortable to talk to me. Why would you feel uncomfortable to talk to someone whom inspired you? Like you always keep mentioning. I was your senpai. Me commenting on one of your videos was one of your happiest moments, and you were freaking out about it. And I'm a genuinely cool person, super sweet and super nice.
If I would want to contact someone, commenting on a video would be the last thing I would think of. The fuck? Honestly, I probably would have forgotten that the comment existed or would never see it. Or have a private conversation with someone in a public YouTube comment section. And again, maybe he didn't want to go to his idol saying, "I'll do a video on you, but tell me first on how you feel, you poor baby." There is practically no need to hear your side since everything is in the video and you still stand behind it. So? And do I have to repeat that it might be uncomfortable and fear-inducing that talking to an idol because of drama? You know that Dom saw you as a great person and looked up to you. How do you even think people function? It is a total normal response of Dums being uncomfortable with the thought to message his idol in the YouTube comment section and hearing them out what excuses and justifications they have to offer. Jesus fuck, don't people message you sometimes to get your appreciation or advice? Oh wait, they don't. They would have to leave a comment on your video and talk publicly. Great.
Not to mention that after I apologized, you then decided to want to talk to me? So, you think making a video about me is better than to reach me out? Or at least try to reach me before making the video. Not only that, but you're completely fine with the idea of collaborating with me, but you can't talk to me directly about something you feel I did something wrong? What the fuck?
Because it's easier talking about nice things than about bad things with the fucking person you look up to. It would be somewhat awkward to start the first conversation about the drama, even though he said that he's seeing you as an idol. Do you know how people younger than you exist? I'm even younger than Dums, and you know what? I can completely understand him. I know that everyone is just a human being and shouldn't be treated as something higher, but sometimes it happens. Especially when younger people look up to older people. Oh god, you know I gotta do it, but I kinda don't wanna. Oh no, here it comes. Okay, boomer.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, people. I thought this video was gonna be longer, but honestly, I'm glad it wasn't. Domsville's video wasn't that important to make a commentary of, and he was more expressing his opinions of my videos that aren't rants and just basically said at the end, "Don't be crazy fan," or whatever. So, with that being said, I thank you for watching. See you next time on the next video. Bye bye.
My disappointment is immense and my day is ruined. The fuck was even that? How can you possibly make such a short video and piss me off so much? That should be impossible. I can safely say that it wasn't as terrible as the Alduin commentary, but this too is just... you're punching down. What did you accomplish by making this video and asking him questions? Since you asked him why he isn't coming to you to talk things out, why won't you move your ass over to him and talk things out? And no, not by accusing him of spreading lies and making your seemingly unimportant reputation look worse. God, so many contradictions in one video. My young heart can't take it anymore. I fucking hate the fact that because of your emotional and oversensitive behavior, you have self-destructed so much and don't have any interest in taking criticism. And if your goal is to not be taken serious anymore and being labeled as a crazy person, you're on the perfect highway for that. It just sucks so much that Dums had to lose something that was very dear to him. It was your guys' friendship and his admiration for your ability to change to the better. But we're at square one again, and you won't ever shy away from defending yourself for claims that you state to be lies. I really wonder if you will cover Just a Robot's original video about you, but even if you would, I'm not sure if I would cover it since it's getting stale to listen to your voice and quote-unquote arguments all the goddamn time. I don't even remember what I said in my previous video at the end, if I have hopes for you to improve in the future, but nope. Not after this one, Chief. Just stay in your bubble and keep calm and stand silver with every fiber of your being. That's what you can do the best. It's been a good one, but at a certain point, it's just getting too much. Wow, at this point, please do make rants about Sonami, Shadami, Sonedo. I don't care. Just don't try to twist the narrative anymore and blame everyone else but yourself. Alright, see you guys next time and have yourself a damn good one. What did you just tell me to watch? Dumpsville? Ew! Ew!